The Ranveer Show Clips, India's smartest podcast highlights channel. Subscribe and hit that bell icon. I have to ask you this one question I've always thought about when I watch your content, which is that it comes out of an extremely deep place. And often, if a human being has the ability to think that deep or write that deep, it's kind of almost always the case where the human beings also had like kind of a dark past. So has your past had any darkness in it? Like, have you gone through, I'm sure you've had some baggage in the past. Possibly, you've let go of it now through all the meditation you do, through the work you do, because content cures the content creator. But I wanna take you like way before you became a content creator. Was there any like darkness in your life?
Yeah, so from very, very early on, I remember being bullied at school. And I was probably around like 5, 6 years old when I started to get bullied. And I used to get bullied because I was overweight and I was one of the few Indian people in my class. So I think in my whole school at 5, 6 years old, I was one of 3 Indian people, maybe even just 4 of us. And so I was bullied for being overweight, for being Indian, and people weren't used to seeing Indian people in my area. I was always overweight growing up as a child, so people would bully me about the way I looked and my weight, and that was definitely difficult to go through as a young person because, for you don't understand any of that at that time. Like to you, it's like, oh, I was born with this skin and this color, and I don't know if I should. You're not thinking at 6 years old about having a 6-pack. You're just happy with whatever you have, and so that was definitely tough. And then even in my teenage years, I started to get involved in the wrong circles because I never felt I really had like an older brother figure. I'm the eldest. I have a younger sister. I didn't really have anyone older that was guiding me or helping me or supporting me. And so I definitely felt that I got involved in the wrong circles. And some of those wrong circles ended up in getting involved in everything from drugs through to fights and that sort of scenario. And that was very dark because I've always been a good person at heart and I never wanted to be into hurting anyone or fights or drugs or any of that stuff. It's not really my natural inclination. And so when you find yourself in those places and you don't know what's happening next, that was a dark place. And beyond all of that, I think the darkest thing was just that I constantly felt like no one really understood my decisions. And I think for all of us, not just for me, I think the darkest place to live is where you feel people don't understand you. And I think a lot of people today that go through mental health challenges or depression or stress or pressure, it's because they feel no one understands them. And the truth is that those are sometimes the most powerful moments of our life because it's when people don't understand you that you try to take the time to really try and understand yourself. And that's where so much strength comes from, is understanding yourself and taking the time to validate yourself.